Listen, we got it wrong about Black Ops 6 Zombies. We absolutely jumped the gun as a zombies community, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be eating our words. Let me explain. Ever since COD Next, the zombies community has been absolutely flipping out about Liberty Falls. Oh, it's too bright. It doesn't feel like zombies. It just looks like Warzone. This game's going to be terrible. Black Ops 6 is going to be the worst game ever. Like, you've heard it all times 1,000. And a lot of these people have never actually been hands-on with the game. We've just seen the smallest glimpse in Liberty Falls, short little snippets from other creators that were there. And now we're making these massive judgments. We're going to take a deeper look at a couple clips from the COD Pod episode 3 about Liberty Falls and about the direction of Black Ops 6 that I think is shining a light and really illuminating a much bigger problem that exists in the zombies community. And I'm talking about the players and the content creators, not the developers. Let's get it.
Has the Zombies team made any changes to Liberty Falls since we first saw it at COD Next?
Yes. The Liberty Falls that everyone saw at Call of Duty Next was work in progress. The Zombies team has continued to iterate on Liberty Falls since then. And the visual tone and sort of the look and feel are now a bit moodier.
Cool.
Than what people saw in the work in progress version.
This is what so many creators have been talking about, is that the Liberty Falls aesthetics are too bright, are too cheery. They don't really feel like a zombies traditional map. Now, when you compare it to Cold War, you have Outbreak, especially when you get to the downhill ski level and it's really bright and nice. But so many people want that dark look. That's where Terminus Island really comes in. The fact that Call of Duty is already acknowledging and saying they've made changes to the atmosphere, to the feel, to the mood of Liberty Falls is a really, really good sign for the game as a whole. If they're taking the feedback from the community and actually making changes, which is something that Call of Duty really hasn't done well in a long time, especially Modern Warfare Zombies. You've heard me rant. I love that game. But from season 1, I offered probably 10 different, very simple solutions to glaring problems. Most of those still haven't been addressed. Some were addressed, but it took a couple seasons to go from 10 stash up to 20, like really obvious changes that need to be made, and ones that are very simple from a programming perspective to do, they didn't. Here, from COD Next, 3 months before release, to now, they're already acknowledging and making subtle adjustments to give the players what they want. Treyarch, Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, thank you for listening already. We'll see what it's like. But don't expect Liberty Falls to look like Terminus Island. In fact, I'd submit that it's good that they don't both look super dark with a lot of ray tracing, those God ray type lighting. I enjoy having variation from map to map. And they've said explicitly,
Liberty Falls is intended to be sort of a smaller, more casual, so you can just jump right in, compared to Terminus, which is one of the biggest round-based zombies maps that Treyarch has ever made. So lots to do there, lots to do in both maps.
I've been saying that Liberty Falls is more of a beginner map. It's a gateway to bring new players in that are super intimidated by zombies. If you've never really played through the zombies and your friends never played through the zombies, if you just jump into Terminus Island, you are so ridiculously lost on what to do. Something to you and I that seems really simple, like, oh, let me just figure out how to turn the power on. Let me follow these purple arrows. Or let me check this. Let me shoot that. Let me see if I can press this thing. Let me try this ammo mod on this specific area. That is so foreign to people that haven't been playing zombies for years.
Terminus speaks to the more hardcore players and fans of zombies. And so at launch with both maps, there's really something for everyone.
Liberty Falls is a bonus map and is a map that's better suited for beginners, that they're giving kind of the training wheels even in the look and feel of a game. If someone's coming from Warzone or multiplayer or campaign or something else, to help get their feet wet and their hands dirty so that those people will come over to Terminus Island and the rest of the Black Ops 6 zombies. To be able to offer a simpler, smaller, less intimidating map is good because it brings in more players. Now, I'm going to make another video talking about the guided mode and all the details on that, but there's a lot of huge short and long-term value in offering the guided mode for the quests, and I do think that the way the developers designed it is actually freaking brilliant. Click up here if you want to check that. I'll have that out in the next couple days, but you need to hear it. Also, 99% of us watching and talking about it have never played Liberty Falls. We've only watched other people play it. And everything that I saw, from the comic book store to the more dingy, dark bowling alley, to the way that you would go into the dark ether when you walked into churches or hit that pack-a-punch or came out, to fighting the little abbeys compared to the big, giant mega abominations from Modern Warfare Zombies, it all looks really good. The Thrustadine Wonder Weapon looks really fun and actually seems powerful to keep up at round 20, 30 without any issues. There's a lot about Liberty that looks great, and that's from somebody who hasn't played it. And the people that did play it, particularly the more zombies people that played it, they agreed that, I could use a little more atmosphere, a little more dinginess, darkness, kind of that classic Black Ops 3 zombies feel, but most of them spoke pretty well about it. We've so jumped the gun as zombies fans. We are so quick to say this game sucks or this is a fail or remember the good old days of Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 was almost 10 years ago, and I'm not saying it wasn't awesome. I just finished playing back through Cold War and all the Easter eggs. It's fantastic. But remember, what Cold War is now for zombies is not what it was at launch. They've added so many maps. They've added multiple elements of Outbreak. We had to discover the Easter eggs. We had to figure out what the wonder weapons are and how they handle this, and see Klaus and find Forsaken. Like, all of these things took time to find as players and actually took time to release from the developer side. So we already have Liberty Falls, a more bonus map, introductory map. Let's get people their training wheels and get them addicted to zombies so they can be like us. And we have Terminus Island, that hardcore, nasty look with the giant tentacle monster and this lab with the Bacta tank looking things from Star Wars. It just looks really, really good. Not to mention, they've already confirmed before the end of the year, meaning less than 2 months after release, we'll already have a third zombie map that none of us have seen or even heard about what it is. We're gonna have 3 full maps with massive Easter eggs, massive secrets to uncover, all these great things within 2 months of the launch. And that's not talking about the next year after that. It's gonna be really good. I'm confident of it.
There are some atmospheric elements that people did not see at Next, because at the time we had the main quest and the Easter eggs disabled for broadcast.
No spoilers.
We didn't want to spoil it.
No
Spoilers.
spoilers.
And so I think there's a...
Did you hear what they just said? You and I knew that in COD Next, they had turned off Easter eggs, they turned off main quests, they turned off anything outside of just the basic map, mystery box, pack-a-punch, etc., because they didn't want to give any spoilers. Good move, you don't want to ruin your game 3 months in advance. But they just said there's atmospheric changes that happen with the Easter eggs, with the mission progression. There is a pretty good chance that as we figure out and progress the Easter egg mission through Liberty Falls, that it gets dark and dingy. Just listen up for a second. What if the Easter egg unleashes the dark ether into Liberty Falls and it just goes nasty into the dark ether, not just in the church sections, but across the whole map? Or what if it gets you in some sort of a time warp that jumps you 10 years forward, and now the bright, brilliant Liberty Falls with the Etherella trap and the lasers and the colors of the comic book store, now look like Terminus Island. How much cooler would that be if it started bright and within the progression of the Easter egg, it goes dark, it goes Black Ops 3, atmospheric, wild. And how much would so many of us zombie fans have to eat our own words for being the biggest complainers on the block, right? Like, I'm not throwing stones. I'm not mad at you. And I'm wrong all of the time. But when we look at gameplay, and you can check out these videos up here if you haven't already of me analyzing gameplay, let's look at what is good. Let's guess at what is bad, but let's not come to full conclusions, be it good or bad, about Liberty Falls, about Black Ops 6 Zombies, about Terminus Island, because, okay, just pause. Pause, please. Think about this. And I need you to be honest. Have you ever bought the exceptional hype of a Call of Duty game, let's say specifically multiplayer, or a Warzone map, and then got the game and been extremely disappointed? I have. And let's be honest, you have. If you're a Zombies fan, you played Vanguard. Do I need to say more? Were you wrong about that? Was I wrong about that? How many people complained about Black Ops Cold War when it came out? And now when I hear people talking about Black Ops Cold War, they're like, it was a really good Zombies game. I actually liked the multiplayer on that. The campaign was really good. Same thing about Modern Warfare 3 when it came out. Now, it was a DLC expansion. I'm not arguing that. But the multiplayer, the new maps were great. Modern Warfare Zombies, I think, was great. Of course, you can disagree on that, but it was something different. It's something that brought thousands and thousands, probably tens of thousands of players into the Zombies world for the first time. Many of those will convert into Black Ops 6 Zombies. It's okay to be wrong. And you don't have to try to guess it right from the beginning. Everything I'm saying right now is a speculation. I just always try to look for what is good about a game. What do I actually enjoy about a game? And let me focus on that and actually have joy while playing games. If the game is not bringing you joy, if you're finding all you're doing is complaining about a game when you're playing it, you need to take a break from that game. And it's a little harder as a content creator, but you can take a break from a game. Take a couple weeks off. Take a month off. When you come back to that, you're going to find that similar joy you had when you first started playing it. And if video games don't bring you joy, stop playing them and find something that does. That's not a threat. That's a reality. To step off my soapbox and summarize one more time, let's chill out as a Zombies community. Let's chill out as Zombies content creators. Let's look at the good, let's look at the bad, but let's not make these harsh judgments just because it was different than what you once had. Let's play it, let's analyze it, let's enjoy it, then make your conclusions on what you love and what you don't. Is it good or is it not? I, for one, am overwhelmingly convinced that Black Ops 6 Zombies is going to be fantastic. But come talk to me in a couple months and see if I'm still saying that. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. And for all the newest Black Ops Zombies content and guides, I'm going to see you live on YouTube. Bye.